Dave Chappelle's raw, boundary-pushing satire and uncompromising creative independence did not emerge in a vacuum. His career, defined by fearless social commentary, historical truth-telling, and walking away from a $50 million contract, was built directly on the backs of radical comedic pioneers who weaponized humor to challenge white supremacy, legal censorship, and industry exploitation. The unfiltered history of these comedic blueprint makers outlines exactly how they paved the way for Chappelle's legendary status. The free speech convicts and radicals. Before Chappelle could challenge corporate structures and spark intense societal debates on stage, earlier comics had to fight simply for the legal right to speak without being jailed. Dick Gregory is the first black satirist to completely cross over to white audiences. Gregory refused to perform standard shuffling minstrel humor. Instead, he wore sharp suits and used cold, precise irony to dismantle Jim Crow segregation. He directly laid the foundation for Chappelle's academic, historically rooted punchlines. Richard Pryor, fusing pain with punchlines, Chappelle famously labeled Richard Pryor the highest evolution of comedy. The raw history. In 1967, Pryor walked off a clean-cut Las Vegas stage, tired of catering to white audiences. He reemerged with a raw, vulnerable style, openly joking about his history, with addiction, systemic racism, and poverty. The Chappelle connection. Pryor proved that a black man could completely control a room while being entirely honest about his flaws. Chappelle adopted Pryor's ability to act out multiple characters, such as Tyrone Biggums, while maintaining structural highbrow commentary underneath the absurdity. Paul Mooney, the architect of racial satire, no single person directly guarded the gates of Chappelle's creative integrity like the legendary Paul Mooney, the raw history. As the genius writer behind Richard Pryor's best sketches, including Saturday Night Live's famous word association, Mooney refused to alter his material for mainstream Hollywood comfort. The Chappelle connection. Mooney was a writer and performer on Chappelle's show, notably as Nicodemus. He taught Chappelle how to dissect the mechanics of systemic racism without flinching. When Chappelle famously walked away from Comedy Central in 2005, he was executing the exact corporate skepticism Mooney had preached for decades. Lenny Bruce, the free speech martyr. Before comedians could challenge cultural taboos, Lenny Bruce had to break the legal chains of censorship. The raw history. Bruce was repeatedly arrested for obscenity in the early 1960s just for using standard slang in discussing religion, sex, and race. The Chappelle connection. Bruce died broke and blacklisted, but he established the legal precedent that comedy is protected expression. Chappelle's modern battles with corporate networks and internet outrage rely entirely on the creative liberty Bruce died to secure. Name in the comments section which comedic pioneer influenced Chappelle's comedic style the most. Hope you enjoyed and thanks for watching.